Abs from Encounter Youth, and welcome to our first 10-minute talk for the summer. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some thoughts that I've had of late, and hopefully it will be of some use to you just as you go about your day-to-day this summer. So, I am recording this on Friday. It was very hot today. I'm sure it doesn't really matter where you were in the country, you will know that the temperature rose significantly, and you know, for some that was rather uncomfortable. And the reason I say this is because so some of us, we met in the park, had a good time in the park, and I call my mum fairly regularly. She's down in London, and she was listening to me go on a little bit about youth, about our plans for the weekend, the way that my car doesn't have AC at the moment, so that's a little bit of an issue with driving in the heat, etc, etc. And you know, nothing horrible, just uncomfortable, just not the way I wanted it to be. And my mum, you know, she often, we just joke, we just chat about things, you know, we're at that point in our relationship where we can just kind of talk about anything and nothing, and it's fine, it doesn't really matter. And then occasionally I remember that she's my mum. So she kind of interrupted me after I was going on about something or other and said, look, why don't you just turn briefly in your Bible to Philippians chapter 2 verse 14. Now, look, I'm one of those people who I often do this to other people as well. They'll be talking to me about something and I'll just think of a Bible verse and be like, why don't you look at that Bible verse? So I was kind of, you know, I was prepared. I didn't really know. I thought maybe she had some advice for me or something, you know, from the Bible, and it had just popped into her head. So we were on the phone still, she was on speaker, and I just went to Philippians chapter 2 verse 14, and it says, do everything without grumbling or arguing, or do everything without complaining. And it goes on in verse 15 to say, so that you may become blameless and pure, children of God without fault in a warped and crooked generation. Which kind of is like to say, if you go on complaining, you are contributing to this warped and crooked generation. Which, you know, thanks mum. I took a deep breath, and I was like, actually, you know what? It's true. When I'm complaining about little things or big things, actually, what does that do? How am I using my words? Is it to benefit people? Is my presence bringing joy and light in that situation? We spoke about called to be light last week. Or am I just making things a little bit more tense? Am I just putting out a lot of bad vibes? And so this is a little bit of a challenge for you. Verse 16 goes on to say, then you will shine among them like the stars as you hold firmly to the word of life, and then I will be able to boast on the day of Christ that I did not run or labour in vain. And the idea that, so Paul's written this to the church in Philippi, and he's just saying, you know, if you can withhold some of your complaining, and either do something about it or shut up about it, then actually he has reason to celebrate your being around. Because if all we're going to do is grumble and moan, then we're not helping anyone, not ourselves and not the people that we're speaking to. And that's not to say that you can't, you know, have things that you want to complain about, and sometimes it's natural to have a bit of a moan, but natural isn't necessarily what God asks of us. He asks us sometimes to call upon him instead and be supernatural. Speak about things with joy, speak about things with patience, cry out to him. You can grumble to God and ask him to replace it with something that will actually be useful for the people around you. Challenging, right? I think so. And so what about the things that are just wrong? Things that are bad? Are we meant to just sit back and watch them happen quietly? No. We've spoken recently about righteous anger, and if there is something that is genuinely really upsetting you, take it to God and ask him what on earth you're supposed to do about it, because God, all-powerful God, you know, who can do absolutely anything and everything, you can ask him to take care of that, and you can ask him as well how he would like you to partner with him in dealing with that. But to just complain, it's not really benefiting anyone. So I challenge you and me this week coming, you know, what situations can you hush up, not complain about, walk on over, talk to God, open your Bible and come up with a solution rather than just grumbling. In my case, I will roll my windows down and stop complaining about my lack of AC and maybe start saving towards a new car. That would be a great start. So let us know if you would like some support with that, if you want to get some friends on board, maybe you want a grumbling jar as well as your swear jar, I don't know, to just help you take some steps in the right direction. Alright, I've been Abs, this has been a short talk, and I hope to see you soon. Limitless Festival is coming up. We are online this year, no camping, but we are meeting on Friday the 7th at the church at 7:45, and we're going to be streaming the first evening session, so that is from 8 to 9 p.m. So bring your food, bring your snacks. You won't be able to use the loo, so go before you come, and we're just going to be able to present that in a really socially distant way. Look forward to seeing you. For more details, please do check out the church website, encounterchurch.uk/youth, and I'll keep updating that with the details. Follow us on social media at Encounter Youth UK. Obviously keep looking at this YouTube channel, because we'll be sharing stuff from Limitless to this channel as well, so that you are really up to date, you're really included in what Elim are doing, and yeah, we can be in this together, because together we are limitless. Corny but true. Okay, see you soon. Bye.